Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. For this video I'm making another bonsai tree, except this time I'm making it out of colored wire. I start out with pieces of wire that I cut, 60 of them for approximately 30 centimeters or 12 inches, depending on if you're using metric or standard measurements. The 60 pieces that I cut will be for the tree trunk and the branches. I used two different colors of wire and tried to mix them together as best I could so that it gave some color variation to the trunk and the branches. And once I got them sorted out and stood on end to try and get everything even, I took about my hand's width apart and I started twisting above that. And I gave it a good twist and then a bend, and I used a cable tie or zip tie to hold it together to try and hold that twist in there. With the tree trunk started and held in place with the zip tie, I started separating out strands of wire to make my branches, starting out lower with more and working my way up slowly using less and less. When I did this, I made sure that I used even numbers, as that will come into play later when I make the leaf parts of the tree. So I kind of got a general shape of what I wanted, and then I started twisting the branches a little bit just to keep them in place. For the leaf parts of the tree, I decided to use a nice pretty bluish teal color that I cut into pieces that were approximately 60 centimeters or 24 inches in length, bent in half so they were two-sided. Now with my pieces of teal wire bent in half, I used a tool that I saw somebody else use in another channel making wire bonsai trees. And I thought it was a really ingenious tool, and it is a small metal rods that are the same diameter, and one is slightly longer than the other one, and separated by just a little piece of wood, and then I wrapped it in athletic tape to give me something to grip by. And using this, you spin it, creating a loop, and then you put the shorter rod in the new loop, and you wrap around the other rod, bypassing the shorter one, making the next loop. And you just keep working your way down around. And I tried here to do it so that as I did it, it came around and the loops were in a circle. It was a little difficult to do and I wasn't sure about it, but I gave it a try. So what I did with the second half was I made my loops, but I tried keeping them in a straight line, and then I rolled them into a circle, as you can see here. And I liked that much better. I felt like I had better control over the shape of the circle. And now that I have my 30 leaf parts made, now it's time to attach them to the tree. And here's the reason why everything was done in even numbers. Is because you take two twisted branch wires and you twist one to each side of one of the leaf parts, creating two individual leaf parts wrapped to the branches. I suppose you could do this separately and just do one at a time, but this is the way I saw it done and I wanted to try it this way, and it came out pretty good. Now I just worked my way down the tree, separating out the branches, creating little twists and turns in them, and then adding the leaf bits, working my way down the tree. Once all the leaves are put on the tree, then I go down to the bottom where it is not twisted up, and I separate out a bunch of strands and start twisting them, creating the roots of the tree. And once I got all the roots figured out and twisted up and looking how I wanted them to look, then it was time to attach the tree to its base. I chose a stone that I thought looked kind of cool and helped accent the tree, and I wrapped the roots around it, and I used another trick that I saw, that you take a tiny bit of cotton and you stick it underneath there, and then you put some super glue on it, and the cotton helps absorb the glue and hold it in place while it hardens, and it holds everything wonderfully. It came out really great. Once I had all the roots glued in place, I had all these little bits of white cotton sticking out, so I used some tan colored acrylic paint that I just painted over the white cotton and the glue mixture so that it just blended with the rock and was so much less noticeable. Thank you for watching my video, and if you liked it, hit that like button. And if you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button to see future videos.